Now you guys get involved in a lot of races, but for those who don't know, the Vendée Globe is the daddy of them all. Now Sam, how many Vendées have you done? One. So you turn up having done one, and what happens?
I want to do it again.
Yeah, but you were the top woman in the whole race.
Yeah, I was fourth place. I very narrowly missed the podium.
Yeah.
1 hour and 20 minutes.
Right.
3 minutes to sailing.
That's not too bad, is it?
My objective is to follow in Mike's footsteps and make it onto the podium next time.
Well, I was just going to say, this fella here, he's done about 12 Vendées so far.
Just the 3. It feels like 12, but just the 3. But of course that takes the best part of 12 years. So I've done 3 of them and finished 2 of them. Had a podium, but also been dismasted and at various incidents along the way. It's never without incident, the Vendée Globe.
No, you've had pretty much the Vendée package, short of winning it or sort of, well, you know, I mean, you've had everything, haven't you? Except winning it, I guess.
Yeah. Everything except winning it, and that remains for me a big goal. And I know we're still some way away from 2012, the next Vendée Globe, but both Sam and I have still very much got our minds set on it, and I know both of us are in the hunt for sponsors for the next race.
Well, Sam, I've spoken to Mike before, and he's often heard saying, "This will be my last Vendée." He said that for probably the last 2 times.
This is a fallacy.
But it does seem to get you, doesn't it? It does. Has it got you already, Sam?
It's got me something that if you'd asked me 4 years ago if I was ever going to do Vendée Globe, I would have said no, that's so for mad people. And actually since I had the opportunity to do it, ever since the start and the build up to the Vendée, I just wished and hoped that I would enjoy it and that I would want to do it again, because I enjoyed not just the race but the whole preparation, the whole aspect of building a team and preparing a boat, and I can't wait for the next one. So I'm not at the stage yet of saying I'm never going to do it again. But
you don't need saving yet, unlike him, huh?
I can believe that something can happen. I'm looking at forward beyond 2012 to 2016, because if Mike wins it in 2012 and I'm second, then I'm going to have to go again in 2016. So for me, I'm just hoping that I'm going to not say never again after the next one.
And Mike, what's it going to take to stop you doing the Vendée? Winning?
Well, I mean, the reason I want to do it again is because I feel I can win the race, and I think in the last race I was in a very, very strong position before dismasted. Well, I was leading the race at the point I dismasted. So, and the thing is, you know inside yourself whether you're right for it, and I wasn't sure whether, you know, I'd sort of reached my limit on it. And the fact I was in such a good place inside myself when I was dismasted tells me that I'm still capable of winning the race. So as long as I'm capable of winning the race, then I want to be there and I want to be involved.
Now Sam, don't get shy and don't be embarrassed, but would you just describe to those who've heard of this fella but maybe don't quite appreciate who and what he is, can you describe the legend that is Mike Golding?
God, that's a bit no pressure.
To describe to everyone legend Mike Golding, the fact that I was humbly following him in Vendée Globe quite a long way behind, and watching his progress and his daily average speeds with awe and inspiration, and wishing that one day I'll be able to sail my boat as fast as Mike was sailing his boat in the last race. It's an inspiration, and I hope that one day I'll be leading the race and be in the
Sure you will.
And the same thing for you, Mike. I mean, she turns up, she finishes full. She's not as glamorous as you, obviously, Mike, but nevertheless,
that takes a lot of work.
No, it does take a lot of work, but nevertheless, what's your view on Sam? What she's done for the sport?
I think Sam came away from the last Vendée with absolute acknowledgement from every skipper that she benefited the whole race with her bubbly enthusiasm on every single radio schedule. It was quite hard act to follow. If you knew you were going on the radio schedule after Sam, it was not a good thing, because you could not possibly live up to the bubbliness and effervescence that Sam brought to it, and she brought it with the good times and bad, and that's a really nice thing, and especially for the public looking on. You know, there's a lot of bad stories happen out on the Vendée race course, and a lot of people get very depressed when their competitive chances slip away, but you know, Sam was bubbly and effervescent throughout it, and very fast, I have to say. Not that far off the pace.
Was it too bad a first Vendée, was it?
Mike sent me an email once saying, stop enjoying it so much. You're not supposed to.
You're not supposed to. It's the Vendée. It's hard.
Now, also, could you explain? We were talking about insanity earlier, and you've both argued the case and just about persuaded us that you're sane. Except, can you just go through one or two of the rituals? You're both hardened sailors now, and yet, what happens as you cross the equator, for example?
When I cross the equator, I do have to pay my respects to Neptune.
Neptune?
Yes.
Right.
Neptune.
So we're assuming Neptune.
In my eyes, Neptune looks after me.
Okay.
And my boat when I'm at sea. He gives me wind in the right direction and hopefully not too big storms and knocks and over. So for me, Neptune is a chocolate lover, but she's quite disappointed because I am too. So I have to actually sacrifice some of my personal Toblerone supply.
It's Toblerone particularly, is it? Okay. So you throw Toblerone. Let's get this right. You throw Toblerone into the sea.
Yeah, just one or two triangles, not the whole bar, obviously.
No.
Press the bar. I assume you will.
Right. Okay.
And some champagne as well. That's tradition is to give Neptune some champagne.
So you tip some champagne into the sea.
Not very much.
Right. Mike?
Well, no Toblerone, but the little champagne. Certainly for the equator, but more important for me is Cape Horn, because getting to Cape Horn is every Vendée sailor's dream, because the Southern Ocean is a very hard section of the course, and when you arrive at Cape Horn, whether it's true or not, you are released from the Southern Ocean, and the pressure of having the Southern Ocean ahead of you or being in the middle of it is relieved. And you turn north and you've still got 9,000 or 10,000 miles to sail, but you're in the Atlantic, so it feels a million times better. So I always give a little toast to Cape Horn as we go by.
Okay, to Cape.
But I've only been round once so far. So.
Right.
Mike says it like if you go around Cape Horn every day.
Well, you have seen Cape Horn a few times,
Cape
haven't
Horn
you?
A few times, yeah.
Fantastic. So what's obviously 2012 is the Vendée. What's the plan between now and then?
The most important thing is to find the elusive sponsor who wants to share that adventure with me, with Mike. That's a big job. And then in the meantime, I'm lucky enough to find a ride or a boat from time to time to do a race. And I will be doing a double-handed transatlantic race in the near future to keep my feet wet.
Well,
that's good.
It's good enough. But the plan is obviously Vendée. You're not actually definitely doing it as we speak.
I need to find a budget and a sponsor, someone who wants to go and share that adventure and enable me to go out there and try and win it.
Oh, well, the race would be a lot worse without you, Sam, and you too, Mike.
Well, for me, this year we're sailing on the Extreme 40, and we're sponsored this year again by Ecover. So we've got a full season of inshore racing, very different from the Vendée Globe, on the Extreme 40 catamaran. But ultimately we're also looking to we've got our 60 yacht, which company's down in Portugal. We're trying to get that going for the next Vendée. So we've got the Ruderam at the end of this year and the Transat the following year. So many things there to try and get ourselves going.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Thank you.